Move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. This is the podcast where we watch Caddyshack and learn about grasses and what's it called? What's the word he says?
Manganese.
Manganese.
Yeah,
we learned about
grass
and manganese.
I was going to use that in my, when you say my name, then I was going to say manganese. You fuck.
No, I'm sorry.
It's especially annoying when you got something you're going to use. You got it in the chamber. You got it ready to go, and then Tom says it, but he stumbles to it.
I mangled it.
30
That's what I
seconds.
did.
Yeah. Oh, he starts saying, well, what's that
intro.
word? What's the word he uses? You know he's going to use your
the
word, so
thing?
then you just end up saying it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
what?
What's the
everybody.
thing? Oh, yeah, welcome back
I should have read your notes
to
before
the, what's it called? The Caddyshack Minute.
Yeah, the movie with the caddies, and they stay in a shack.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Non-titular.
This was the
This
worst.
is the show where we
This
act
was
like
the worst beginning we've ever had.
But worst one.
it's very
After
clunky.
76 of them, now it's the worst one.
It's
And
not
there was
even in the
some- you know
rearview
what,
mirror
though?
yet. We're still going.
First
What?
of all, you got to start shutting up. You got to shut up. You got to shut up. You
Yeah.
can't just talk over us, Tom.
If you're listening... Me?
No, him.
Tom.
Yes, he just
Which
keeps
one am I?
yammering.
You can't
and
just
it's-
talk. Yeah.
I haven't said a word for 20
If you're
seconds.
listening to this right now, you've been
Yeah.
cheated by Tom. by not only you've been cheated twice, because the first time by Tom doing whatever this bumbling intro is, and the second time because he refused to edit it out and he got lazy.
Well,
And then
listen.
probably not once, but twice, but thrice.
In my own defense, I have not cheated the listeners. I have cheated Mike out of manganese. I have failed the listeners. There's a difference. I cheated Mike, but I failed the listeners. So if
cheated
they
us
feel
all.
cheated
You know
by
what?
me, they
You've
should.
been cheated. We have been cheated thrice because we've been cheated because Tom was born.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was low.
Yeah,
that
that's
hurt.
as low as you can go.
Oof.
I'm taking my ball and going home. Like I have a ball.
Yeah, you don't know what a
Jeez.
ball is.
And I'll be having your lunch money before you head home,
Yeah.
please. Thank
Oh,
you
I'm
very
sorry,
much.
sir. Yes, there you go.
And I'll be
It's in
taking your
quarters,
glasses
sorry.
and breaking them for you.
I'll shake you upside down.
Yeah, you were holding out on a yo-yo with us.
Yeah.
It's enough
kids.
rambling.
Okay, that's enough rambling. We're here for... Oh, wait, we haven't introduced ourselves either. I'm Tom Taylor. I'm here with Mike DiMaria. Hello, Mike.
Chinch bugs. I'll
Manganese.
use that one then. I was going to say manganese,
bugs.
but then I got to go for the lower. Just chinch bugs is second rate. Manganese
That's pretty
was
good. Chinch bugs is
no, it's not.
almost as good.
No, manganese was the
Yeah.
word I wanted to use.
I'm sorry.
You cheated.
You gotta
Dan,
have
did
a
you ever
backup
get it?
word ready.
How have I ruined the show for you so far, Dan Lewis?
I think just a lot of the endless prattling on and kind of just the aimlessness and the
Right.
the ponderous nature of your intro ruined it in a very general sense.
I gotta say,
the word I was going to use is back pain.
Oh yeah, you're having back pain.
I'm having some back problems right now, and life's not worth living with back problems.
Now, is this a sort of back
not even
problem?
worth living?
Is this the sort of thing where you literally didn't do anything to it? You
Right.
stood up and maybe reached for a can of peas, and now you're in
Exactly.
agony. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it will.
And it's only getting worse. And I'm only 41.
Yeah. You got a long
I
way
figure
to go.
I've got 10 years maybe.
Oh, just imagine.
And then I'm
Imagine what
snuffing
lays
it.
ahead. Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty.
Give me 10 years and it's over because it's enough already.
Over.
Snuff it. Like with no pain. Well, listen. In the meantime, you can spend some of your 10 years talking about minute 77 of the film Caddyshack. And minute 77 begins with Carl explaining that he has a lot of things on order, and it ends with him telling Ty that he invented his own kind of grass. And I have... This is a long scene. I have a lot of notes for the minute after this, but I don't have a lot to say specifically about this minute. I don't hate it. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just a lot of stuff goes by, and
Just to give a general summary, Bill Murray's kind of carrying on, much like sort of like a Tom in an intro, and he's just going on and on about something, and Chevy Chase is just trying to get along with it. He's trying to get out of there.
yeah,
and,
he just wants him to
Chevy
open a
Chase, I
window.
would say, is
open
like
some
Mike.
curtains.
And Bill Murray is sort of like Tom.
Yeah,
And and Mike just wants to get out of here a lot of times. And Tom's going on, and Bill Murray just keeps giving him details, and Chevy's like, "Look, can I just play through or whatever it is?"
Yeah.
So that's what's happening in the scene. He's hit a golf ball into his apartment. If you're listening in order,
Apartment.
That's a garage.
I use the word apartment very
generous.
loosely. It is a shed, and it does have some chain link near the top where there he appears to be exposed to the elements, and I think maybe it's sort of like a chicken coop type
No, it's a
garage.
garage. There's a garage door.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay. The one note I have about this, which is exactly related to what you're saying now, the very beginning of this minute, Ty, at the end of the last minute, Ty just said, "Oh, this place it's awful. It's really awful." And so we start with Carl's reaction to that, and there's just the faintest hint of genuine disappointment in Carl's face, Bill Murray's face, and it kind of touches me inside a little bit, like that he's a total goof. But you get a lot of things in this minute where you're like, oh, he's aware that he's kind of a slob, goof, failure. And he's trying, he talks about trying to like become a head greenskeeper. He takes the sheet off the blanket off his couch and kind of looks at it like, oof. His little, he's kind of, you're realizing he's self-aware, and that's not necessarily a positive thing at this point, but who knows what'll happen down the line for old Carl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit, it's kind of touching in a way that and a bit affirming that he has goals.
Yeah.
And that, and it's a reasonable goal to become head greenskeeper of a prestigious golf course like Bushwood is that's a fair goal. I don't know if they only hire the Scottish for that job. Maybe it's like a made man type of thing.
Well, you made a mistake though, Dan.
Yeah.
You said a golf course. It's not a golf course.
Country club.
Country club, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I should say at the golf course at prestigious Bushwood Country Club.
Have we made that distinction before between a golf course and a country club?
Yeah,
Is there
as a
such a
public
thing as a
course.
country club without a golf course? Can I ask?
No, but there's the golf course at the country club. The country club, I think, is a culture. It's a.
Right.
I was at one yesterday, actually.
Oh, look at you.
I was
What's
at
this
a
all
country
about?
club
Ahoy
yesterday.
polloi.
My monocle just
Was
fell out when
my,
you said that. I was so surprised.
My daughter's 8th grade graduation dinner and dance was at a country club
Oh, very fun.
in the suburbs of Chicago. I'm not going to give the suburb, but it was.
How many could there be?
It was so the parents went to the dinner, and then we left and they had their dance for a couple hours.
Oh.
Nice.
So I showed up. I've been to this place before for a fundraiser for school, and took my daughter to a birthday party there once, and I just I didn't find a lot of humor in it. So this isn't gonna be one of those humorous stories, or it's not gonna be a story. We're gonna have a reflection on my day yesterday.
You were the
Okay.
men's grill. Go ahead.
No, you know what? In the place I worked at, what was it? Walnut Creek Country Club was nothing compared to this. Like Walnut Creek Country Club was almost like a pub. It was like a second tier country club. You know what I'm saying? This one was a little bit more upper echelon country club, but nowhere near like Oakland Hills where we grew up near. Dan.
Right.
Oakland Hills
Yeah.
would host the Open and stuff like that. That's a whole different.
Yeah, that is the US
That's a whole
Open.
different ballgame.
Yeah.
But this one was up there, right?
Yeah.
So I pull up and I immediately become aware of my Uber sticker on the windshield of my car. I was like, oh Christ! You know?
Right. It's okay to arrive that way. You just can't arrive from the driver's seat.
Right? Yeah.
Get it
right.
back.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I never really cared at drop off at school when I dropped the kids off and I had the Uber sticker. But I immediately noticed, like, oh, God damn it. And then
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, really.
What the
I
fuck?
heard the wind up to that one too.
Go fuck yourself. Is somebody
All
petting
right.
is somebody petting a dog?
There's a dog. There are two dogs here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to say anything.
because I can hear the rattling of the thing there. Yeah, that's gotta.
You're unlocking your car.
Well, if I had spent a few podcasts talking about how annoyed I am by the sound of dog collars and dog chains, and then did this, that would be real hypocritical, wouldn't it? Sort of like you did with the lozenge last time.
Yeah. All right.
ahead.
I hate it when you guys fight.
And I digress.
I'm in a bad mood.
Go wait,
ahead.
can I
No, so-
interject and ask if you did you look like you were wearing a tie when you went to this country club, or did you actually wear a tie, or both?
Oh, first of all, it's not look from your story. It was
It's act. Yeah.
Okay.
Look
Apt.
means that you have to actually wear a
Yeah.
tie for that one.
Apt
Right. I suppose
naturally.
that's- okay. So were you acting like you were wearing a tie?
Apt.
No, I was wearing one, but that's very. But here we go. Okay, that's part of the story. Okay,
Okay.
so I was, I'm already, I'm not really. I don't want to go to the country club, right?
Right.
Because this has been it's been a long couple weeks. It's like event after event of all different sorts, from work
Yeah.
till this till that, and I'm just getting. I said, okay, I'm at work. I'm wearing nice jeans, like a dress shirt, and I had a tie and a sport coat, right? And I said, you know what? Just in case, I'm gonna throw my suit in the car. Okay, but if I can get away without
prepared.
putting the suit on, because I've had a couple weeks of meetings where I had to wear suits every day. It's like I just don't want to put the suit on today.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay to
So
wear jeans dressed up a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah, you would think, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
You're getting ahead of yourself. So so I said, you know what? I'm still looking nice. I got nice jeans on, nice shirt, nice tie, nice sport coat.
Clean up good.
Let's see if I can just get away with this. So we pull up, and I see a bunch of the dads, obviously, in their suits. I said, okay, I can still make this work. So we go outside. We're going outside, and the kids are all there. We're taking a bunch of pictures. And one of the parents comes up to me, who's a member there, really nice woman, and you can tell she's doesn't want to talk to me about it, but I'm the elephant in the room because I have jeans on,
Oh boy.
and we're still outside the club, and she goes, hey, is there, just by any chance, do you have a pair of suit pants in the car, or with you?
Wow.
I said, well, I got
I
my
was like-
suit in the car. I go, and I
Very
immediately went
appreciative of
into
her.
the. No, she said, I'm just worried that they're not going to let you in. And I'm like, okay. I got my suit in the car, and I just immediately went into full lying mode. I said, I just came from work. I'm gonna change into it. I just wanted to take some pictures of the kids,
Aw.
So then I said, God damn it! So I went. So I immediately ran to the car, and everybody who saw me already sees me running to the car. I grab my suit and I go in through the side door. I find like one of those little bathrooms, and I'm in like this tiny little stall, putting my suit on. I'm sweating, and I'm
You have to like sneak in. You have to
I
like
went-
sneak in the side door.
No, I went into the front. I went into the front where we'd go
Oh.
check in later. So I run in there, and there's a couple of the parents that I know. I'm like, "Where's the bathroom?" And they, so I'm
I
that
got a
guy
turd
now.
I got to polish.
No, asshole. I have my suit over my shoulder. They know what's up. They know
Okay.
I'm wearing jeans. They know I didn't read the memo. They know I'm a drive an Uber car. They know I don't make as much as everybody else. They know I'm a little
You're a
different.
bad person.
Right. They know I'm a little different. They know. They know. Okay, they know. And it all came crashing down. So I go, "Where's the bathroom?" I go into there, and one guy who's just hanging out there playing cards, goes into the
Yeah.
bathroom right in front of me. Doesn't hold the door for me, obviously, because we're in a country club and everybody
Right.
doesn't give a shit about anything. So so now I'm getting bugged. Now I'm starting to
Yeah.
get bugged. So then I go into one of the stalls. It's a tiny little toilet, and I can't move. And I'm trying to put the shirt on,
Oh
and
my God.
I'm not liking anything. Not liking the way things fit now. I'm starting to tug at everything. I'm sweating. I put the tie on, and I come out. And as I'm coming in, as I'm going out, everybody's walking in. So I got to walk by everybody with a pair of jeans in my hand as I run out to my car.
Oh,
I throw them in
You
there.
can't feel well put together after you've dressed in a bathroom stall.
No.
You can't feel like you're well pressed
No.
or
No. And yeah, I get
carrying
it.
the jeans that you just were wearing.
Yeah.
right. A dead
And-
man's jeans.
I was like, "What is this? The Vatican?" I go, I go. In the pro shop, they should just have disposable pants, like like they do at the Vatican. If you don't have, if you're wearing a skirt or something for the women, they have almost like paper pants that you can put on.
Oh God,
really?
Yeah, or if you're
How
like wearing something that's too short.
ridiculous. Yeah,
No,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
dopey. All right, go
it
ahead.
is dopey. But yeah, so that's So then I just don't. Then I'm sitting at the table and everybody's like, "Oh, I feel bad that I'm like, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. I had it in the car. I was going to change. But then I start noticing everybody who's members here, that we're friends with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And I like these people, but at the end of the day, and here's the reflection. Mm-hmm. It's like I would never. I don't see how, or I would ever join a country club. What is it that? Why do you join a country club? What is it about a country? I mean, it's obviously something that you want to obtain,
Yeah.
because because it's not like you walk in and like, oh, this is a fabulous place. It's like there's crappy brown leather furniture. It's stuffy. You're dealing with rules like you can't wear jeans. It's like it's like this is, it's just like you're just joining something that keeps people out.
Yeah. I want to spend a ton of money to get substandard food, to not be comfortable, to not just be able to show up and relax.
Yeah, where the only benefit is exclusivity. That's the single benefit.
Yeah, maybe other people I would like to hang
right.
out with will be excluded.
And I thought this about. Yeah,
but I think it's also, it's like when you have a certain amount of money, and you live in certain areas, it's like, well, you have to join the country club, because if you don't, you won't be taken seriously in the group of wealthy people.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's a deep fear for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and it made me feel terrible. Like, not terrible for me. It's just like, I like these people, and I almost feel bad that they feel like they need to join a country club.
Yeah. You want them to wear jeans.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, it's the whole point of it. It's like, why you don't need to do this. There's nothing here that is of any value, and yet you pay at least $50,000 a year just to have a membership here.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's insane. Yeah, my wife and I, there's a country club here in town, and just out of pure, my nephew was caddying there, so we were talking about it. Like, just out of curiosity, we looked up like how much it would be to join. We had zero intention, and it's like $50,000 a year or something. It's actually insane. It's like,
is it really that much?
Yeah,
it's. I mean, like the initial thing is like in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then the yearly fee.
Yeah, it's like you pay like a.
It's insane.
You pay like a one-time fee to start. It's like an entry, and like a I don't know, like you would your first time. You pay like this insane fee. And then I think, because I was trying to figure it out with some of the other parents later, because we went over to somebody's house and had a couple beers, and we're like, well, so-and-so's a member, but so-and-so's a different level of member.
Oh, God.
And so I think there's one level that, you just pay to go there, and you still have to, if you want to go to lunch, you still have to pay for lunch. You still have to pay for everything.
Aww.
You know what I mean?
And the other one includes everything.
Yeah, but
you get to use the high dive.
But one is like $30,000 a year, and the other one's like God knows how many, like probably closer to $100,000.
Good grief.
I know that I would do the down payment, and then I would just never use it, just like I did with the 24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like $15.
I'd drop the $50,000 a year, and I'd go, I never go. I don't know why I keep paying it.
Yeah, but I love it. I love paying it.
But it's like saying I'm going to take $100,000 off of what I make and just put it to something that gives me some sort of a credibility.
Just some vague, almost intangible sense of rightness or something.
Yeah,
that like I check this box off my life list.
I thought about fraternities this way when I
when I
started college. I had a good friend who was a member of one of the big fraternities there at the University of Michigan campus. They had this whole row, like a lot of these college fraternity row type houses. Mm-hmm. And every time I went into any one of those places for whatever reason, it would always just be the worst kind of living situation with this sort of the shitty communal thing with these like beer-soaked carpets. Yeah. And the whole place just reeked of natural light. And I just sort of think like, what is the benefit here? I realize now that there are many, many benefits in terms of like, I guess, connections that you make,
networking,
and all that stuff. But there's not in a million years would I have ever joined that thing.
Well, this is the thing. You made a good.
I want to like earn my own fraternity with my brethren.
Right. But that's the first thing I thought of when you started this story. Was like,
you made a
like
good
fraternities.
Point. First of all, you mean natural light the beer, not natural light that comes through your window, right?
Right. There was not a lot of natural light, but there was a lot of natural light.
Not a natural light, exactly. But you make a good point.
LITE.
Yeah,
Right.
you make a good point that there's the connections, like when you go on job interviews. Oh, you're Sigma Alpha whatever. I was Sigma Alpha whatever. Yeah, I think you probably have a lot of character, but every single one of them, when you're in college, all fraternities do is they just piss on walls.
Right.
They do the sickest, grossest stuff. They treat women like
to get
crap.
in, you have to debase yourself for like a month or something.
Yeah.
You have
that
to wear
is
the
just-
same
that is
clothes and
just-
then piss
are
in
you
them and stuff.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Going
And
through
it's
the hazing
binge
process?
drinking.
Fuck you.
Oh, so I could be friends with you guys?
Yeah, great. So
I
I,
don't
could do this to
understand this
others.
at all.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna
talking
drink
about?
until we almost die, and we're gonna grope women, or we're gonna treat them like garbage,
Yeah.
and then when you 10 years down the road when you're looking for a job,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're a man of upstanding character.
We can
Right.
bond over that.
I rushed at so and
Yeah.
so at this college and this university.
God.
I see you're
Yeah.
a beta.
Yeah,
I was a beta.
yeah.
How'd you like to make
Master
$1.26 for what every woman at this company makes $1? What do you
Right.
say?
Put her there.
How about
That's
that? How about that initiation week, eh?
Yeah, huh? I think a lot of times this like macho stuff and this sort of like this questionable history with women is a lot of it comes from overcompensation from really spending quite a bit of time during the hazing part slapping each other on the ass with implements.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Elephant
it gets quite,
walks.
thank you, sir, may I have another?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go jerk yourself a soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking the only extravagance that I would consider, like I cannot afford it and I couldn't do it, but maybe every once in a while, if I would get a first class ticket on an aeroplane, I might see myself doing that because I don't
That's
know if
nice.
you guys can hear through the microphone, but I'm 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Oh yeah, I'm the same
And
way.
being
yeah.
on a regular little coach airplane seat can be a nightmare.
It must be, Tom.
It usually
for
is.
Christ's sakes.
I'm actually surprised at how much it's not an absolute nightmare. Like it's like right on the edge of manageable most of the time. And if I happen to get like an exit row seat, or if I pay like the extra $50 to get like a little extra space, I can survive like a 2-hour flight.
2 hours.
But yeah,
Jesus.
it's like, well, I don't know, whatever.
If you
I'm
took any one of
I'm
those
not jetting to
experiences-
Nairobi.
No, but I'm saying, if you take any one of those situations that you are in and put them on an overseas flight, then it becomes every single time it's an absolute nightmare
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
can't escape it.
He's
And
locked
you're not
up.
a short gentleman.
No, I'm 6'3",
You're
Mike is
Yeah.
Mike's quite a big guy too.
Yeah.
and I weigh my option. I can't be in the middle because the middle is a nightmare.
No.
Because you have to be.
middle.
I have to be able to get up whenever I want. So I
Yeah.
opt for the aisle seat, which gives me that thing. But everybody that walks by me hits me on the shoulder as they walk by, and it's so that is the trade-off. I will do that because I can get up and go stand by the bathroom and put my head against the wall and just cry myself to whatever. But
Yeah.
the trade-off is
Why?
why? But I will be hit by every single person that walks by.
Oh my God.
But when I
Wear
walk,
hockey gear.
right? But when I walk down there, I don't touch anybody. So it's not like a necessity to hit me. It just happens every
Right.
single time.
Yeah.
Now you take that, and as you walk by, I'm almost done. And as you
I'll
exit
bet
the plane,
Yeah.
exit the plane, and you walk by that first class section, and you look at those seats,
Yeah.
you really realize it's not. It's just these people pay thousands of dollars more now, mind you.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah,
thousands
yeah.
more to sit up there. And the seats, if you took those seats out and put them anywhere else in the world, you'd be like, this is okay, it's kind of comfortable. It's not that comfortable.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
put it on a plane, and it's like, oh my God, if I could just sit there, I would sleep the entire time. It would be fantastic.
Right.
Like that's the greatest thing in the world on a plane. But if
There
I
are
put that in a
3
lift,
full inches
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
that guy's knee and the seat in front of him.
Right.
What is he? No,
so
rock
they
and roll?
know. So they know. So what they're selling you is that their normal service is hell on earth. They know that
Right.
when you're in coach, it is the most
Yeah.
miserable, unfriendly, unfunctioning life that there is. That they
Yeah.
will just put you in a bigger seat and charge you $2,000 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
if I would pay my life savings just to be in purgatory right now. instead of hell.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fantastic.
Getting
There's a little more room
cashews
there.
instead of peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do they make? I wonder if they make that because I had heard that that flying is actually not it's not priced correctly in the sense that it should be more expensive to fly than it is, but that it's sort of subsidized by the business side of it, which pays way too much for the expensive seats, so that everybody can like sort of fly within a reasonable budget. But that may not be true. But I wonder, in light of this, if they just make the seats as shitty as possible, so that the upgrade seems more dramatic.
Yeah, that could be.
The coach seats, I mean. I just can't imagine they can't figure out a better way to put people or to like a better seat. I'm imagining maybe a gel type seat or something.
But then,
can they figure something out?
But then, like you said, then if you make them comfortable and coach, no one's going to spend the big bucks for first class.
I guess
that's
you're
the
right.
thing. Like,
I paid $50 for a seat the other day, and they put me in an Iron Maiden, and I was flying to Cleveland.
But you didn't make it.
But I'll tell you what,
didn't
though,
survive.
every once in a while, you get that almost empty flight.
Yeah.
Where you have the row in the overseas flights where you have the three row, then the middle is four seats, and then three seats.
Yeah.
So it's 3, 4, 3. And you're sitting in that middle one where there's 4 and the entire 4 is empty, and you just immediately lie down. You put the armrests up
like a bum on a park bench.
Yeah, exactly. And you
That's
lie
our
down, and you just put the seatbelt on so they see it, and nobody touches you or bothers you the entire flight, and you sleep the entire time. That has happened maybe
Sounds
3
fantastic.
times. 3 times, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the best.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's you were saying before. Like the people in first class pay thousands of dollars more than like the $200 or $300 you're paying in coach. But for like another like $50, I think it's like $50, you could get like another couple of inches of legroom. And that's really all I need.
That's probably true for maybe domestic flights, but it's the economy. Economy Plus is what you're talking about. They have economy, and then they have the row of Economy Plus. I usually, if I'm flying on the United conglomerate, or I can't remember the name of it. If it's the one, I don't know, whatever their group is. I have status on that where I can go only on United flights. I can get Economy Plus for free.
Hey.
But they sell those because they'll advertise them even after you take off. They say for an extra $250, we can sit you in Economy Plus.
Whoa!
Like as you're getting on the plane. So and that's just a little bit more legroom. That's maybe 3 inches more of legroom, and that's $250.
Good grief!
And then you look at the first class, and it's literally $2,000 more.
I make fun of my dad for never flying anywhere. He just drives everywhere, and he's getting old, and it's like it's worrisome. But he might have a point. There's something to just being in your own car and just
It's getting worse. It's getting worse over time for me as I get older, and it's ruining me for a couple days with the back and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I realized this last time. I just flew to Connecticut and back over the weekend, and I realized I have to be on the aisle on the right side of the plane, so that my left leg, if I can't stand up for a period or something, I can at least stretch my leg out. And because my knee and I don't know what's going on in my leg, but it kills if I just sit in the same position for a while, for too long, and I'll start to sweat. I'll be like, I'm not going to make it. This is horrible, and I have to stretch it. I have to get it, moving and stuff. So if I can be on that aisle, I can do it.
Yeah, but in the middle is a nightmare.
Life's hard.
In the middle is an absolute nightmare.
I want to die when that happens. When that happens, that's when I feel safest on a plane, in the sense that I don't get I don't worry about flying when I'm in the middle seat because I'm kind of just hoping it will crash,
Right.
I just think, it's okay. At least if it crashes now, I'm getting out of this.
The irony is that you'll survive the crash because you're packed in with all these
right. I'll
people
be
and
buffered
seats
by
and everything.
American.
Yeah.
I'll be straddled by Americans who are nice
Right.
and puffy, and they're going to make me They're going to act as airbags.
I don't want to get
Oh,
political.
God.
You brought up Americans. I don't want to get political, anything, but did you see that clip
By all means.
of Trump with the NATO leaders?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pushing the guy aside.
Pushing the guy aside, and then starts tugging at his jacket and puts his chin up in the air. It was like you couldn't get more like just comical and like caricaturish than that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the kind of person that people that they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted this kind of like this is a go-getter right here. So the guy doesn't dick around, doesn't fuck around. You know
We're
what I'm
winning.
saying?
Yeah,
Yep.
he wants
winner
him. Yeah,
right
he
there.
wants someone that says "piss on you." I'm working for Mel Brooks.
Yeah. Yeah, Trump had a 6-year plan to be a greenskeeper, head greenskeeper, and he did it in 5.
He did it in 5. Yeah,
He's a winner.
He's a head
Yeah.
muckety muck now.
He is. He knows about manganese.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up manganese.
It's an
Yeah.
It's an
I
element.
just know that it's an
on the
element.
periodic table. Yeah,
Yeah.
It is. MN.
Where is it on the table? Can you tell us,
Oh, Jesus.
Tom?
it's right
Don't
next
look
to
it
the
up
salt.
now. I'm asking if you could tell us based on what you looked up.
It's next to the salt.
Is it right next to the
Right.
It's the
salt?
salt and pepper
Could you
on
pass
the
the
table.
manganese, please?
Wow. It's got an atomic number of 25. Do you think Carl knows as much as we just said about it? He's got a book he's supposedly
he does.
studying.
I think he seems like
I
he
think it
was
is.
studying. Like a lot of people think he's just a loser just because he cuts grass for a living, but
Mm-hmm.
but he really does know this kind of stuff.
He is like, crafting explosives and things. He's probably got some kind of skills.
Yeah, I
Can't
think
be
he's
that
a bit of a kind of autodidactic. Sorry,
Yeah.
I shouldn't. There's
think he,
the 50-cent word again that Mike doesn't like. He doesn't like that.
He was coughing himself to death. He didn't hear.
okay.
It's didactic, or
Um,
what'd you say?
autodidactic.
Well, it's close.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
It's even longer. It's 2 extra syllables.
I don't know what else to say. It's all just bringing
But
me
what-
down.
But that's the whole point. Is that the culture? I walked out of that place yesterday just feeling low in myself, and it wasn't about where I
Yeah.
was in life. It was like why? It was like people that I like, that that are parents at the school. Why are they? Why? And while we're walking
Right.
up there, there's other dads there golfing. And they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, it's." And to me, it's like it's Friday or it's Thursday afternoon at like 6:00. And you got your whole golf outfit on. Your
Yeah.
kids are probably just getting home from school or something, and you're hanging out at this jazz joint. It's just like
Right.
it's like, what is this place?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
get
that's
it.
what. It's depressing because you do. There are people in that world who you like and you respect, and you think they're. They got a brain in their head, they got a personality. But you're like, oh boy, why are you plugged into this? And not only just like, why are you plugged into this, but like you realize, oh, this is a huge part of our culture. Like either being in it or not being in it is a huge part of our culture. And, if everybody just said, $50,000 is a lot to pay for, kind of rubber chicken and this shitty chair and, a pool without a high dive and, just the joy of getting to be in this place with these other people who are spending crazy amounts of money for no real reason. Why can't everyone just decide, what, this is ridiculous. Let's go have a party. Let's go play kickball or something.
And I think what it is they really want to pay just to be with people like themselves, I think.
Yeah, but
Is that
then
it?
you have to ask yourself, okay, the ones who I like, could they possibly like those other people? Like, what do they have in common with them?
Or could
Are
they
we being racist? Are we being classist by assuming that the people are dickholes who are at the gold level of the country club, who get the free meals and everything?
No, I just think it's like at some point, maybe this is a better way to look at it. I'm thinking about the golf course as a business, as an industry in a sense, okay? It's like, why do we have to keep them in business? Why? At some point, the golf course should be put out of business. I'm not saying the golf course. The country club should be put out of business. There's no need for it, even though it's not a business.
Some people consider it one of the biggest wastenesses of real estate.
Yeah, his name's Al
Yeah, it's
Chervik.
a big waste.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, he says the golf course itself.
That's true.
In cemeteries, right?
Yeah, but it's like, and I was like depressed. I'm like, why? Because then I'm like, I really don't have anything in common with this person that we seem to get along. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Why
Yeah.
if you followed me home, you'd be upset because don't come don't come in my place because it's nothing like this.
Right.
You know, it's nothing I do in my day has anything similar to this that you're doing here.
Right.
Right.
And your reasoning for being here. Like I would, no, I have no reason to be here, and I don't want to be here, and I don't want you to be here. I don't want this to be here. I don't want the country club here, is what I'm saying. It should just be done. We should have evolved as a people away from this.
Country clubs are insane, and you just use the word evolve. I wonder if we are evolving away from country clubs, and we're just at that stage where, like, we used to have plantations and things, and, you know, I don't know, other, you know, like exclusive, like, you know, eyes wide shut type clubs and things, and that's like in our history, and now we're slowly evolving out of it, and country clubs are like the last, you know, version.
But the
before
problem
we just sort of
is
kick it off and be like, fuck this is insane.
I don't think so though, because all their kids are there, and all their kids are gonna.
Oh Jesus, you're right.
They're gonna keep those memberships going, and the kids will bring up their kids in it. It's because all they have to do is
income disparity is getting worse, right? So I would think that's good for because, you know, it's not only means that there are more people with large amounts of money or you know, irrational amounts of money, but also that, like, it becomes increasingly important to stay away from the poor people who you're scared of or worried about. So you want to wall yourself off even more when there's more income disparity. People aren't living together. And I don't really know, though.
And I don't think that's it. I think it's just that they think this is, I don't know, part of their everyday or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't translate to the rest of the world. It doesn't. As
we're talking about this, I am, and you probably are too, I'm thinking of all the people I know who belong to country clubs and who are absolutely reasonable, even cool, excellent people. So there probably are reasons that are rational and solid. I mean, you know, like if you don't have like a public pool or something, but you have the money to join a club, I could understand going, like as a kid, I liked going to my aunt and uncle's country club because they had a pool. That was fun. There weren't any other pools in the area.
Pools are great.
So like there might be like reasons to go there. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying not to just blanket, you know, people who go to country clubs are crazy assholes. No, and I get that,
but what's the reason to spend $20,000 on the low end just to have access to a public pool, in a sense, or a private pool?
Yeah.
Right. And that's on the low end. $20,000 for a country club is on the very low end, I believe.
Yeah. It is a little hard for me to get my head around.
That's probably what it is to say, you know, this doesn't fit in reality anymore. It doesn't. I don't think it ever did. It never did. And
it's not even like give it to a poor child or something. It's like you could use that money for something else.
Sure.
You know, you could, you know.
Just buy a new BMW every year.
Sure.
Just an extra one.
Yeah.
And take it up for a crash-up derby. You could do that once a year. You look forward to that day so much.
Mm-hmm.
You and your friends, you know what? Let's not do the country club. Let's all one day have a crash-up derby with a brand new car.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one idea off the top of my head.
Yeah. So we're evolving from country clubs to Thunderdome eventually.
Right.
2 men enter, 1
we're
man
all
leave.
depressed. Yeah.
Right.
Which brings us to Caddyshack? I don't know.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
Dan's depressed. Mike's upset.
His back hurts, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't just hurt. It's just the beginning of the end. Like, it's never going to get better. Like, it'll get better for these short periods, but the times that I'm dealing with this will be more and more frequent. And there's nothing, and everybody's, have you tried yoga? I get that. Like, I get that stuff helps, but people talk about yoga like it's going to fix all of your life's problems, and it's not going to.
Right. I think it would if I could do it. The few times I've tried yoga, I'm like, I need to get into shape so that I can do yoga. I can't like hold these poses. I can't enjoy this. I'm like struggling against my own stupid body to even just stand in the right way and stuff.
Right.
I need to I need training to get into yoga, and then I can, reach nirvana and be fully reasoned and realized.
Yeah, I gotta get back into the swing of things as well. It's very depressing, extremely depressing.
Yeah. I exercised this morning. And I say it that way, like, because it's news. It should be at the top of every
Where'd you
headline.
exercise at home?
In my
What
in
does
my
a
home.
big tall guy like you do for
I
exercise?
just flail my arms and legs about until I knock something over, and then I go take a shower.
Right.
I did some like squats with a big red rubber ball. You know, you have it on the against the wall,
against
and
the
you
wall,
do
you
squats,
and you
and
roll. Yeah, that's good.
yeah,
That's
good
a
for your
medicine
core.
ball?
No, it's like a
it's
big,
the yoga
like a big.
ball.
It's the red size. Red is the size of the yoga
yeah,
ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I know
So he
that
did
ball.
wall squats with it, and he just rolled down the
Yeah.
wall.
yeah.
That's good.
Is that all you did?
I did that. I did some hand weights, just some stuff with my arms. I'm getting
Oh,
the
I
arms of
would
an old
I would
lady.
have loved to just like be a fly on the wall and watch that.
I'm sure you would have. I'm sure you
Yeah.
would have.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
weights.
2, 3, 4.
Jack LaLanne.
Yeah, like Jack LaLanne type of exercises. Hello, Frisco. Ah,
Oh.
Sweating to the moldies. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a energetic or graceful or positive experience. But I
but
did
I get it. It was it's good. Anything
Yeah.
is good.
Anything is good. For the rest of the day, I can say, "Well, I did that this morning."
Now, see when I
And,
when I
it's a
dropped
good
down
thing.
when I dropped down to when I was in just I would say the end of 2014 and all of 2015, I was in just fantastic shape. Absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic.
Fighting weight. Bantam.
Fighting beyond fighting weight. Like when I came to visit you in California, that's when I was like in the middle of starting to do it, and I was
Yeah, you
I was
were
like insane.
psychotic about it.
Yeah, you couldn't be around me because if we weren't doing anything, I just walk around the house in circles.
Yeah, you just walk and you go steps, and you had some random woman in Denmark who you were racing against to try to take more steps in a day.
No, because I got my Fitbit, and then you went on those communities, and you joined these groups where people would just challenge each other, and it's just like random. You have no communication with these people, but they would just and you would. So I'd be sitting down, and then I'd update. I'd look at the app, and I'd say, "Oh, so and so just passed me by 500 steps. So excuse me, Dan, I'm just going to walk around your house for the next 15, 20 minutes."
Yeah. And then I got to send her a battleship move through the Fitbit.
No, but then when I hit my target, I went and got like 2 really nice tailored suits, right, for work, tailored to the T. And
You had tailored suits made?
no, I went and got a suit, and I got them tailored. That's what you do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't have them made. No,
Mike's a man.
no, I finally went and had them taken in the right way and made them.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I've put some of that weight back on, and I still have those suits.
Oh.
So it's, because what I did is I said, I'm never going back. So I got rid of all my clothes except these 2 suits now. So, and one of those suits was the one I was struggling to get it in this little 1 foot by 1 foot stall yesterday.
Right.
And I couldn't
You look
button
like
them.
a
I couldn't
stuffed
button
sausage trying to get in
it.
there.
Yeah,
To
and
a
I couldn't
casing.
button the pants. So I just left the top, the button open. I just did the belt. I did the
Oh,
belt
boy.
real tight,
You went Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a full suit at the Salvation Army.
And I felt
so you got a deal.
And I walked out. I just felt like just terrible. I was like, you know what? I hate all this.
That's
shit.
the worst. Lately,
Yeah.
all my stuff
Right.
feels. This is the first way you feel this before you even see it. Is you feel the tightness,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
and nothing makes me more mental. And I'm a very regular runner. I like to run. I do it a lot. This is why the back pain kills me, because you can't. It stops you from doing the one thing that made
doing
you
what you like. Yeah.
kind of kept you sleeping right, kept you regular in terms of not in terms of BMs, but
Oh, please don't say BM. That's disgusting.
I shouldn't say that. Yeah.
Well, I know what you
But
mean.
yeah,
I
it
do
just
too.
keeps you right in the head, the endorphins, all the rest of it, and you take that away from me, and my life just falls apart.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my shirts just feel a little different, and sometimes I go, well, it's probably just because I pulled it out of the dryer, and then later on,
Right.
I'm like, no, that's not why.
Yeah.
I feel like a fattened mosquito right now, ready to pop.
Yeah. And you just want to come home and
Sick of
just get a Sara Lee pound cake and just chew on it
Yeah.
and just
Why
lay there
not?
and say, God bless it, I hate this. I'll gulp.
Yeah,
But when I was in
that.
my I was hitting my stride, it was like I would set the alarm for like 4:30 in the morning, and I would just roll out of bed, and I would just start running in place. I was a maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you were.
Wow.
You were.
I would love to be.
maniac.
That's what I need to be like obsessive about it or something because I'm just.
You don't
so,
have the right personality profile.
I
Tom.
really don't.
No.
You don't, and that's good. You should.
Yes,
this
I
just
do.
This just
No,
goes
you
along
should.
with other good qualities that you have.
Yeah, you're very even keel.
You also don't wake up in cold sweats like Mike does, and like walk through life with just like crippling the crippling neuroses that I have. Like you don't have those.
That is a plus.
No.
Yeah.
You're just
I guess
like a
that is
happy-go-lucky guy, and it makes me sick.
See, like
I should be fat. I should be fat to go along with my happy-go-lucky
Yeah.
No,
jolliness.
you're
Should be
exactly what
fat.
you should be. No, he's exactly what he
Okay.
should be. He's even.
Jesus
he's
wants me
even
for a
keel.
sunbeam.
He's even keel. You know, he has a lot of enjoyment. Like when I was at my most healthiest, is when I was so sickeningly obsessed with working out and moving around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I was completely. People would look at me like that guy over there is fucking crazy. But God damn it, he
Mike,
looks
we're
good in that
identical
suit.
about this.
I can't take my eyes off that lunatic. Look at him.
He's well
gorgeous.
toned, but he can't sit still, and he's
Yeah.
talking a mile a minute, and he's going bananas, and he's doing this. He's making me nervous. But that's when I was in my head. I was like, I was at my most healthiest, and every relationship
Yeah.
I had with people was dysfunctional because I was like, you're just jealous of who I am now.
Oh boy.
I'm turning into a complete and utter superhero in front of your eyes.
You're Jeff
And-
Goldblum in The Fly.
And you,
Yeah.
I become free. I've been released, and you can't stand it.
exactly. That's my clip right there.
Right. That's good. Just like
I would get
Jeff
up. I would
Goldblum
just
on
roll
it.
out of bed at 4:30, and I'd say, "I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting faster right now. Now. I'm getting
boy.
better. I'm getting faster. I'm getting stronger." And I
Oh
would
my
eat.
God.
And I would eat oatmeal with almonds,
Yeah.
with just with hot water. I'd eat
Dry
that for breakfast.
oatmeal.
I'd eat that for lunch,
Right.
and then I'd have something for dinner that was. I had no appetite. I was turning into Superman.
Wow.
Physically, but mentally, I was
Right.
a complete and utter disaster.
Mentally, you were Mr. Mixelplex.
Yes.
Wow. There must be some sort of even middle ground.
Not for people like us. Not for people like Dan and I. There's the only
Damn it.
extremes.
Well, apparently there isn't for me either. I'm so happy that I'm going to die of like atrophy. I'm so even keel that
Right.
it doesn't occur to me to move
You
my
might
body
even
in
keel over.
a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're all doomed in our own ways. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we might
Some
as
of
well
us will
just.
die on the country club golf course.
That's not very healthy.
Some of
to
us will
say.
die podcasting about Caddyshack.
You know,
Any
sometimes
second now.
I feel like oasis of prime real estate.
Sometimes I feel like all I've got is a popcorn fart.
Ever since Mona
Sometimes.
died. All right, we might as well do trivia then.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
I wanted
Where's
to
the
tell you
cards,
before
Tom?
the episode to not say trivia because I spent 20 minutes looking for the cards and I don't know.
Tom,
where
you
they-
live in a man. I'm imagining right now you live in a mansion, the one that Citizen Kane lived in, Charles Foster Kane, and that
Yeah.
there's just all this crap laying around, or else a Claire Quilty from Lolita, and you've got all kinds of shit laying around, and you can't find
I may
the
have
cards.
accidentally tossed it into the mammoth walk-in fireplace by accident. I'm sorry. That would have been a mistake.
A walk-in fireplace. I like that.
Yeah, they call that it's an incinerator, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, it sure
I may have
is.
accidentally tossed it in the incinerator.
You don't have the cards.
No, I've looked.
God
So
damn
is
it.
trivia
looked
done?
everywhere
then?
where
Is
the-
trivia done?
Does
now
anybody
as
have
of-
a? Okay, that's the end of trivia.
All right. Thank you. That was
All right,
trivia.
thanks, Jimmy.
No, I think done as
I could
in
do
done.
Star Wars trivia again.
I think done and done.
Yeah.
Oh, is that done
Tom.
for good? The trivia?
Tom, I don't want Star Wars trivia,
Yeah.
please. All right? Enough.
You do not want Star Wars
Oh.
trivia?
Enough.
Nobody wants a
All right.
Star Wars
Hey, listen.
trivia. Okay, give me
Asked
give
and
me
answered.
one.
What?
Give me one Star Wars trivia question.
Really? Holy
Yeah, just give me one question, please.
Like a puppy with a string. Hang on a second. Puppies don't play with strings. They play with.
You'd think Tom
Little
would
balls or
not
something.
need like Star Wars trivia cards. They could just
Well, I want it
sort
to
of
be
pluck
authentic.
one
I
from his
wanna-
memory.
Okay, I'm just picking one. Okay.
All right, before you ask it,
Oh, this is a good one. What?
I'm gonna go with what's his name. I'm gonna guess the answer is Admiral Akbar. Okay, go ahead.
How many biker scouts did Luke and Leia initially chase after on Endor?
I think I'll know this one. Hold on. Initially, you said initially.
I've got a guess, but I'll wait for you, Mike.
Okay, good.
I am waiting.
Okay, you're saying initially, not the ones that joined. The pursuit.
Right.
Right.
It's two.
That's what I thought it was.
It's two.
Very good, both you guys.
Two.
Nice.
It
See
is
that,
two.
huh?
See? And that was trivia.
I got a little nerdlinger in me. Oh, there you go. Thank you,
You
Jimmy.
do.
Yeah.
I'm always
music in
happy to
there.
hear people who I don't consider nerds. It's always nice when they pull out some solid nerdlinger knowledge.
Hey, Jimmy, hit the Star Wars trivia music just to close us out, to play us out.
Don't listen to him, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jimmy, do it. I said do it. I hired you. I can fire
There's
you,
no
Jimmy.
words on the button,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
there's no. Tom's not going to find another song. So
I
think
this
fucking
thing sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not finding new music.
that's what he's trying to say is don't make me do more work.
Yeah. Don't say anything you don't mean.
All right, you know
Don't
what,
say
Jimmy?
anybody's
Go ahead
address.
and fire up the "We're in the Money" horn song from the end to play us out, please.
Oh, hey, I could do that.
There
Listen,
it
I
is.
can hear the
It's
sultry
coming in there. I
sounds
think
of,
it's coming in faintly.
Yeah. Oh, there.
I think it's
yeah,
very
I can-
faint. Well, anyway,
It's not coming.
Well, this has
Love
been
you
minute
guys.
77 of Caddyshack.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna come back for 78. It's gonna be really happy. It's gonna be great, and we'll try to figure out which role you are playing in the downfall of civilization.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're
All that and more when we come back for minute 78 of Caddyshack here on the Caddyshack Minute.
Hey, you scratched my ankle!